It's the 5 most fascinating people in Swift Current. Proudly sponsored by the Swift Current Mall, the Center at 1 and 4, Moose World Inc., the Lyric Theatre, Swift Current's home for the performing arts, the Prairie Post, Prairie Life, Prairie People, and by Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you.
Swift Current Mall is a proud partner of this program, which showcases 5 fascinating individuals. These individuals have made Swift Current their home, and they've made major contributions towards the community.
In today's spotlight, Alanna Howell, whose dedication and enthusiasm for the environment and the world around her has inspired her to educate others on how we can all make a difference. Growing up on a farm located just north of Swift Current that has been in her family for the past 102 years, Alanna Howell has developed a love and appreciation for the environment and the world around her. A love that has given her the motivation to work to ensure that its beauty can be appreciated for years to come. Putting her passion into action, Alanna helped initiate the Swift Current Comprehensive High School's Take Action Club last year. And this year, as its president, is taking the club to new levels of environmental and social action.
A school needs to be a place where people learn to voice their concerns and take action for things that they believe in. And as a school is a place filled with youth, the youth need to be the change makers and policy makers of the future. So this is a good place to train people and give them ideas and inspiration of what they can do to make a positive impact on the world.
With campaigns like Rick Mercer's far-reaching Spread the Net initiative and more localized project like the club's recent drive to provide more school supplies to community children who otherwise would go without, Howell says future project plans for the club include a composting and recycling program that will help to reduce the amount of waste the school generates daily.
Our school doesn't even recycle paper or hardly anything. So we're trying to address those concerns to make our school a little bit more environmentally friendly and a leader in a community.
These and other calls to action by the club have ensured that awareness of the club and all that it stands for is growing every day.
Our goal as a Take Action Club is to make taking action something cool and fashionable and just something that youth should do, rather than being a group of those people like hippies or something, it's something everyone can be involved in, it's not something a couple people decide to do, it's just kind of the way all of our society is heading.
Still another project that Alanna has been working on through the Take Action Club is one that looks to install a smaller solar panel system on the roof of the comp. Once installed, its purpose will be to power key computers in the school as protection against any sudden power loss.
I actually modeled after a friend in California who recently has completed his project to have a 6.25 kilowatt system of solar panels installed on his school roof. And this will officially be the largest student-led solar installation in the world. So I'm pretty proud of that for him. The thing is that he had a lot of support from the community and had a lot of his materials donated. So I'm looking to the province of Saskatchewan, some government corporations and things and local businesses for support, and working with those local businesses to create a successful project here in Swift Current.
A project that could ultimately not only benefit her school, but other schools across Canada through an organization that Alanna has founded, known as Canadian Students for Solar Schools.
This organization will help other schools across Canada to develop solar initiatives to get solar panels on their school. This will provide education for the public about renewable energy sources, as well as just a really fun project that can educate people and reduce the carbon footprints of various schools.
Alanna first heard of the U.S. version of this project last June in San Diego while attending a camp as a Canadian delegate for International Climate Champions, an organization which promotes cultural and education relations around the world. There, she had an opportunity to meet and network with other like-minded students whose goals, once achieved, will not only make a difference in their own communities, but throughout the world.
I learned that the power of networking is the greatest power of all, almost, because if I have a club here that's trying to do something like the Take Action Club, it seems like, and I don't know about any other clubs, it seems like we're the only ones trying to do something. But in reality, there's clubs everywhere, like Regina, Moose Jaw, and everywhere across Saskatchewan, but also across Canada and throughout the world in all of these different countries. So by knowing that each of us are working on projects, we can take ideas from each other and work together.
While Alanna's many projects and commitments tie up the majority of her time, she still manages to find time for the things she loves. Whether riding her horse Ben, singing at her church, singing with numerous choirs at the Comp, playing the trombone with Thursday Night Jazz and the Senior Wind Orchestra, or spending time with her family.
As far as other things I like to do, I like to read and stuff if I ever get time. And I don't know. I tend to spend a lot of my time just working on projects and trying to keep connected with all of my fellow international climate champions to see what kind of projects they're doing.
Alanna also likes to work on new and innovative science projects that blend her farming background with her environmental issues in the form of biofuels. Projects that saw her win twice at the provincial level and advance to the National Science Fair in Nova Scotia in grade 9. This year's project, however, will look at a different aspect of renewable energy. Thanks in part to a wind feasibility study Alanna took part in as part of the University of Alberta's Wisest program at the Meenuk Biological Research Station, a program reserved for only a handful of female students from across Canada. Its aim is to encourage students to seek out non-traditional roles in engineering, science, and technology. An encouragement that found its mark with Alanna, who plans on studying environmental engineering at the University of Saskatchewan next fall.
I would like to stay in Saskatchewan because I believe Saskatchewan is a very good place to be. As far as what I might do, I would love to be involved with sustainable technology design. Things like if I could design the better solar panel that was cheaper and more efficient and things like that, that would be great. As well as, I don't know, something like designing a natural sewage treatment plant where you just used a series of ponds and the various plants to cleanse the water instead of using chemicals, which can harm the environment.
One only has to look at the beauty Alanna has been surrounded by her entire life to understand why she feels so motivated to keep it preserved for generations to come. While to some she may not be leading a typical teenager's life, Alanna herself has no complaints.
I don't know, I just love trying new things, and it's just so fun to see what other skills I can develop and just to be involved and inspire other people to get involved and make a difference in their community.
Alanna Howell, one of the 5 most fascinating people in Swift Current.